Is there AC in here?
There's AC, yeah.
Is there AC, Ninja?
Yeah, I know.
Just keep it real. Is there AC?
There's supposed to be AC.
Does that mean there isn't then?
No, there is. The heat wave.
It's like humid in here.
Yeah, seriously, it's super hot. I should have turned that fan on.
All right, guys, we're here with Mikey Musumeci. Did I say it correctly? Musumeci. I do apologize. Here at Coach Taylor's Academy, FTCC. And as you guys know, we're doing a highly recommended on the legendary himself, Professor Mikey, the Berimbolo King.
Shout out to Florida.
Shout out to Florida. Florida, as we say.
Florida.
So I do apologize from taking you from training for this short interview, but I do appreciate it. Thank you so
for having
much. It was amazing watching you train. To start off this interview process, if you don't mind me asking, what got you training?
Jiu-Jitsu in general?
Yeah,
or?
Jiu-Jitsu in general. You've been training ever since a kid, right?
Yeah, so I started Jiu-Jitsu when I was 4 years old.
Holy crap.
So I just turned 25 2 days ago.
Hey,
so,
happy belated.
Thank you. So about 21 years training Jiu-Jitsu. My dad loved MMA and like Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu. So I started training because of him, you know.
Okay.
He got to like blue belt, but like he trained when I was a kid and I just saw him training and I was like, I want to do that. Like I'm a 4-year-old kid, I see my dad doing something. So then I just stuck to it. And that was pretty much how it happened.
Okay, and you're a natural Florida boy, right?
Yeah, I grew up in New Jersey and Florida, you know, so I consider myself a New Jerseyan and a Floridian. So I get to be both because I grew up in New Jersey until I was 11. Then I lived in Florida like another 10 years. So I'm like a mixture of both.
Okay, and what made you come out here to Vegas?
Well, my sister got a full scholarship to law school.
Oh, nice.
So my parents moved to Vegas, and I still live with my parents. So I was still in college in Florida, and I was living with my grandma, going to college in Florida. And then once I had online classes, I was able to start coming to Vegas also.
Okay, and you just ended up liking it out
yeah,
there?
I love Vegas.
Okay, yeah,
Such a chill place.
Is
such
it
nice
really?
people, you know.
Okay, see, I come out here and I'm just like, what is there to do besides the state parks? I went out to some of the state parks. I enjoyed myself.
Well, you're used to the beach in Florida, right?
The beach.
Yeah.
I'm literally walking distance to the beach.
Well, for me, I just train jiu-jitsu every second. You know, I don't go to parties or clubs or gamble. I'll go to the strip once in a while for like good New York restaurants because they have like New York restaurants there for like Italian food and stuff.
So you got to be like the second person I've ever met to live a straight jiu-jitsu life. One of them is, I guess, a mutual acquaintance of ours, Aiden.
Yeah.
He is the most boring person I've ever met. Only does jiu-jitsu, that's all. But hey, he's now somewhere, I think Wyoming or something, teaching.
I feel like jiu-jitsu is more of a lifestyle, you know?
Yeah.
So like, I don't see myself just doing jiu-jitsu. Like I do, but like I cook. I climb.
Well, you make
I
your
do
own pasta,
hiking.
right?
Yeah, I do. So I do many different activities on top of jiu-jitsu. Okay. So I see I'm a hobbyist that does it for a living. You know.
Okay. Do you hike any of the state parks around here?
I love hiking.
What's one of those state parks here in Vegas that you would highly recommend?
The best one by far is Gold Strike. That's by far the best. Like
that was
no
very
comparison.
Simple. All right, Gold Strike.
Yeah, that's like Boulder City.
You guys heard it. Boulder City, Gold Strike, State Park, or Trail?
I don't know what it's called, but just type in Gold Strike.
Gold Strike. It's highly recommended if you're going to go hike. We went up to Fire Valley and yesterday, like I said, almost had a heat stroke, nearly died.
No, you're freaking crazy hiking in this weather.
What? All right, well, you guys heard it. I'm crazy. I thought it's normal weather. Like
people die hiking in the weather like this.
Well, yeah, that's what they said.
You didn't have water. You brought water. Right?
We brought water. Okay. Yeah, definitely had water.
So like a month or two ago, I like went a little crazy and I went hiking with my friend, and we didn't have water, and I did like 13 miles that day. So I ran like 5 miles by myself hiking, and then I like hiked another like 8, 9 miles with my friend. And we didn't have water.
You nearly died.
my weight went to like 128 in like from like that hike.
What do you normally weigh?
Depending on what, like diet wise, like I'm a little heavier now, but like around 140, 135 range.
135's average?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was like insane. Like that was really dangerous.
Oh my gosh. Now, one thing that I do always ask in these interviews, because it is the highly recommended, you are someone that's highly recommended in the Jiu-Jitsu community. So definitely had to like find a way to interview you while I was out here. I'm glad to make it happen. But that question is you already gave me your highly recommended trail or thing to do here. What is your highly recommended technique or move that you do? I've been seeing you do a lot of berimbolos in gi, and that's what you're known for. But is that just something that you're able to do easies, and that's why you go for that, or is that like your favorite, or what is your highly recommended?
I don't have a highly recommended.
You don't have a highly
Jiu-Jitsu is like you have to understand everything in Jiu-Jitsu. You know, I have appreciation for every type of position. You'll see me do like berimbolo a lot in the gi because it's just a position that was really easy for me to do and efficient. Okay. But I play every guard. I play top. I like playing everything, pretty much except wrestling.
Is there anything that you're currently working on in your game?
Well, next week. Well, next week I'm fighting Gio Martinez in an ACC super fight.
Okay, nice.
So I'm just training really hard for that.
You're definitely gonna kick ass on that one.
God willing. But just training super hard. No-gi was interesting because of the heel hooks and the new leg lock stuff that like I never had an instructor teach me a heel hook. You know, so I never had one coach teach me how to even lock my hands for a heel hook. So like 4 or 5 months ago, I didn't even know how to do a heel hook.
Oh wow.
So I had to like teach myself everything, and it's just been so much hard work with leg locks and then making my whole game from gi to no gi. It's been such an adjustment.
Okay, and is someone specifically teaching you the leg locking system, or are you just learning as people come?
Learning as people come, like I study a lot of videos, and then I have a friend named Jason Rao that I always run things by, and he always adds things to my game for the leg locks. You know, so he helps me a lot. Just teaching myself a lot of things, like just so many hours of making mistakes and feeling stupid and then fixing stuff. That's how Jiu-Jitsu is.
Yeah. Now, You've been competing for a long time. When did you start competing?
When I was like 4 or 5.
Oh, okay. So basically the whole time.
My whole life.
Okay, nice. And if this isn't too big of a question or too personal of a question, but when you started training, did you switch professors throughout the years?
Yeah.
And instructors?
So since I was a kid, I lived in like 11, 12 different homes.
Oh, okay.
So my family moved a lot.
Okay.
You know, so that was hard as a kid, you know, because making friends is very hard. Just leaving different places, you get to the point where like, crap, like you don't even want to like make new friends because you know you're gonna leave again.
I've been there.
Yeah.
That was my life.
So, but at the same time, it gave me the opportunity to train and learn with so many amazing different people, you know. So as a kid, it sucks, but then as I got older, I realized like how beneficial that was. That I had the opportunity to live in many different places. So
you definitely support cross training.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, I think that the term Kriyanchi, people say in Jiu-Jitsu, which if you're not familiar, it means like you're a traitor for leaving your team. I think that your instructor is a traitor if he doesn't help you grow.
Understood.
You know? So I think that they're a Kriyanchi as well in a lot of situations. So it has to be a mutual benefit for both people. And especially if you're a paying member to go to a gym, the instructor has to like make sure that you're getting the most out of your training. And that might be you training with other people to grow and learn.
That's very true. Well, that's understood. And I went through professors when I very first started training. Luckily, I'm under Hobson Moore.
Oh, a legend.
Definitely a legend himself, who's definitely cool with cross training as well. When I first started training with him, he's like, be careful. If you get injured, I still expect you to be here training.
I'm such a fan of Hobson. He's so amazing.
Oh, well, if you ever come down,
I
recommend hitting him up. But other than that, I do appreciate you being on the highly recommended and taking your time with us.
Thank you so much.
And before you go, is there anything that you would highly recommend eating here, like visiting to eat here in the Las Vegas, Henderson area?
Yeah, so well, not Henderson, just Las Vegas.
Yeah, the
best
place to eat.
Yes. So the Black Belt World Champion restaurant to eat is Carbone. It's in
Carbone?
Aria. It's an Italian restaurant.
Black Bone?
Black Belt World Champion.
Okay.
It's like a 10-time Black Belt World Champion, that restaurant. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a Hodger Gracie of Italian food.
And it's called Carbone?
Yeah, Carbone.
Carbone.
It's in Aria.
In Aria?
Yeah, it's such an amazing restaurant.
All right. You guys, you heard it out of the legend himself.
Thank you, guys.
Don't let
Thank
that
you.
fool you. Carbone when you're in Vegas, and Gold Strike as well when you're in Vegas, and train Jiu-Jitsu if you can, and visit Coach Taylor at FTCC.
He likes to be called Ninjan. He doesn't like to be called Taylor.
Professor Nijon.
Professor Ninjan.
Ninjon.
Ow.
All right, guys. Highly recommended. Thank you, Mikey Moon.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
It was
Was